There's something different in the air over Tyneside, and no, it's not just the excitement around new signings or the buzz of pre-season returning. It's a feeling that Newcastle United is about to make another strategic move that could once again shake up the core of the squad. Behind the scenes, far from microphones and cameras, quiet conversations and cautious maneuvers are taking place, as if the club's leadership is carefully studying the board before making its next move. And it's in this kind of atmosphere, calm on the outside but simmering within, that historic decisions are usually born. And if you follow this channel and like staying ahead of what truly matters, what goes on behind the curtains, now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps the channel grow and allows us to keep bringing high-quality content, full of responsibility and passion for Newcastle United. So tap that button, turn on the notification bell, and come with us to uncover what's really going on behind the scenes at St. James Park. It's remarkable how the club is operating this transfer window, quiet, yet extremely calculated. After already securing key signings like Anthony Elanga and the potential arrival of James Trafford, the board is now turning its attention to a sector that continues to spark debate among fans and pundits alike: the defense. Once praised in previous seasons, the backline has shown weaknesses that need resolving. If the club is to compete at a high level both in the Premier League and the Champions League, and that brings us to a name that's been the center of backstage conversations and fan debates online, a defender with international experience, recent Premier League exposure, and who, despite being sidelined at his current club, is still viewed positively by scouts and analysts. But before revealing who it is, it's important to understand the context of this potential deal, because this isn't just about reinforcing the backline, it's about a market opportunity that may involve far more than what's currently reported in the press. The story broke through French outlet L'Equipe and quickly spread among British media sources. Chelsea, in the midst of reshaping their squad, have made several players available, ones who are no longer in new manager Enzo Maresca's plans. Among them is Axel Disasi, and according to recent reports, Newcastle are one of the clubs eyeing up the French centre-back. But there's a big caveat: Chelsea's asking price is making the Magpies reconsider the move. Axel Disasi, aged 27, joined Chelsea from Monaco in a £39 million deal, but lost his place over the course of last season. Despite being a starter under Mauricio Pochettino, he fell out of favour under Enzo Maresca and finished the season on loan at Aston Villa. The Villains paid over £5 million for the loan but decided against making it permanent after just 10 appearances. Now, with 4 years still left on his contract, Chelsea are reportedly asking €30 million, roughly £26 million, to let him go. And that price tag is proving too steep for several interested clubs, including Newcastle. And if you're enjoying the content and want to stay up to date with all things Newcastle during this transfer window, make sure to drop a like on the video and share it with fellow Magpies fans. That helps our channel grow and ensures we keep delivering quality insights from behind the scenes. Back to the Disasi case. Newcastle's interest is no coincidence. The club had previously expressed strong desire to sign Mark Guéhi from Crystal Palace, but the defender is now on Liverpool's radar, prompting Eddie Howe and his scouting team to explore other options. That's where Disasi comes into the picture as a viable plan B. The Frenchman is versatile, capable of playing as a centre-back or right-back, and brings European competition experience to the table. A valuable asset as the club prepares for its return to the Champions League. But the question remains, is it worth investing such a sum in a player who struggled to make an impact at Chelsea and didn't exactly impress at Aston Villa either? That's precisely what Newcastle's decision-makers are weighing up right now. According to L'Equipe, the high asking price is putting off other potential suitors like Villarreal, who have also shown interest. The difference is, while the Spanish club offers a new challenge in another league, Disasi prefers to remain in the Premier League, theoretically putting Newcastle in a stronger position to land him. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the ideal time to join our community. Here, you'll stay informed on everything happening at Newcastle United, backed by trusted sources and fueled by true passion for the club. So, if you want real-time updates straight to your screen, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's also worth noting that Chelsea legend John Obi Mikel recently spoke out about the club's need to improve defensively. In a recent interview, he stated that players like Tosin Adarabioyo and Benoit Badiashile aren't the standard Chelsea needs, and that the Blues should be targeting names like William Saliba or Gabriel Mendy. His comments reinforce the notion that Disasi no longer fits into Chelsea's future plans, which could open the door to a more flexible deal, especially if the player insists on staying in England and the Blues soften their stance on price. Disasi isn't exactly a new name in the eyes of Premier League scouts. His arrival at Chelsea came with big expectations, but the managerial switch and lack of consistent minutes hindered his ability to prove himself. At 190 meters tall, with strong physical presence and decent anticipation, he could bring Newcastle a different set of defensive traits. His versatility is also a bonus for Howe's coaching staff, especially as the club looks for players who can adapt across multiple roles at the back. It's important to remember that Newcastle's transfer strategy this summer has been centered around balancing experience with youth. The arrival of Elanga injected pace and energy into the attack. James Trafford, meanwhile, is a young goalkeeper with big potential. The goal now is to find signings who can raise the squad's competitive level without blowing the budget, and that's where the Disasi negotiation becomes tricky. According to journalists close to the club, Newcastle haven't made a formal offer yet, but they are monitoring the situation closely. There's a sense that Chelsea, under pressure to generate funds and trim their squad, may eventually lower their asking price. And since Disasi has made it clear he wants to remain in the Premier League, the Magpies remain hopeful that a well-structured proposal could be enough to get the deal done. But is Disasi really the right name to strengthen Newcastle's defense? That's a question that splits opinion. Some analysts believe the player still has untapped potential and could flourish under a coach like Eddie Howe. Others think the club should aim for more established names with consistent recent form, especially with the Champions League campaign looming. Meanwhile, back at St. James Park, the board continues to meet behind closed doors, weighing all scenarios carefully. And while these kinds of moves don't always make the front pages, they're often the ones that determine the outcome of a season. Every detail matters, from the transfer fee to the players' expectations and the selling club's flexibility. If you want to keep following deep dive content like this about Newcastle United, make sure to leave a like on this video and drop a comment. Do you think Axel Disasi would be a good signing? Is Chelsea's asking price fair? Your input keeps this space active, interactive and growing. In the coming days, this story is likely to develop further. Chelsea need to sell, Newcastle are in the market, and the player wants to stay in the Premier League. All the ingredients are there. Now we wait to see who blinks first. We'll be tracking every twist and turn right here on the channel. So, if you don't want to miss a thing, hit subscribe and stay tuned, because this window still has plenty of surprises in store.